Welcome to the Do the Bronco Podcast TV, and I'm your host, Do the Bronco. We about to get into this Broncos at Eagles game preview, and also I will be going live for the game. Today I will be going live at 1 o'clock for the Broncos Eagles game. So, one thing we know about our head coach Sean Payton, he's a record maker, record setter, and also a record breaker. So let's get into it. The Philadelphia Eagles are currently undefeated in the 2025-26 NFL season, 4-0 and are Super Bowl contenders. However, even dominant teams have weaknesses that opponents can exploit. Here are some of the Eagles' potential vulnerabilities and how the Denver Broncos could leverage them to a win in Philly. Vulnerable interior run defense. While the Eagles' defense is highly graded overall, they have struggled to defend the run, particularly between the tackles. They rank 26th in yards per carry allowed, 4.8, and 28th in yards before contact per rush, 2.07. Their offensive line has also faced injury challenges, particularly on the interior. Broncos exploitation strategy. The Broncos have a strong running game, ranking 5th in the league in yards per carry, 5.1, utilizing their strong offensive line to open up running lanes for J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey could allow them to control the clock, wear down the Eagles' defense, force them to adjust their game plan. This strategy is particularly effective against the Eagles' vulnerability in this area. Inconsistent pass rush and secondary depth concerns. Although the Eagles' pass rush has shown dominance in certain games, it has been inconsistent throughout the 2024 season. They tied for 13th in sacks with 41 and ranked 28th in pressure rate at 31.1%. Additionally, they lost key defensive backs during the offseason, and while their replacements have shown promise, their depth and consistency at the second cornerback position and safety are still developing. Broncos exploitation strategy. If the Broncos can generate pressure on Jalen Hurts and force him to extend plays, their secondary could capitalize on his potential to make errant throws under duress. The Broncos' pass rush featuring players with quick get-offs like Nick Benito, Jonathan Cooper could test the Eagles' tackles. Pass game consistency and reliance on the run. While Jalen Hurts is capable of making plays with his arm, the Eagles' offense has been heavily reliant on their running game and the tush push in short yardage situations. The passing game has lacked consistency at times, particularly in the drop back game. Broncos exploitation strategy. If the Broncos can effectively slow down the Eagles' rushing attack, they can force Hurts to beat them through the air, potentially exposing the inconsistencies in their passing game. The Broncos could also try to jump out to an early lead, forcing the Eagles into a more aggressive passing attack that is outside of their preferred play style. Potential for Bo Nix to thrive under pressure. Bo Nix has shown the ability to generate positive outcomes and avoid sacks when disrupted, showcasing his escapability and improved improvisational skills. Broncos exploitation strategy. If the Eagles' pass rush struggles to get home, Nix could extend plays and find open receivers, exploiting any weakness in coverage. What did them Broncos need to do to get the win in Philly? Establish the run early and consistently. The Broncos need to utilize their strong running game to control the clock, wear down the Eagles' vulnerable run defense, and create opportunities for their play-action passing game. Generate pressure on Jalen Hurts. Disrupting Hurts' rhythm and forcing him into uncomfortable situations could lead to mistakes and turnovers. play a clean game, and avoid penalties. The Broncos have struggled with penalties early in the season. They need to play disciplined football to avoid giving the Eagles easy yards and scoring opportunities. With the special teams battle, win the special teams battle. The Eagles have demonstrated their ability to make game-changing plays on special teams, including block kicks. The Broncos need to be disciplined in their special teams play to avoid giving the Eagles momentum and points. Contain Saquon Barkley. While stopping him entirely is a challenge, limiting Barkley's effectiveness on the ground is crucial to forcing the Eagles to rely more on their potentially less consistent passing game. Ultimately, an upset win in Philly will require the Broncos to play their best game, exploiting the Eagles' weakness while minimizing their own mistakes. If they can run the ball effectively, pressure Jalen Hurts, play a clean game, they have a chance to keep it close and potentially come away with a victory in Philly. That's how the Broncos can clip the Eagles' wings. Let's go. Go Broncos.